Welcome to Tables, Ladders, and Bumps, a pro wrestling podcast where we discuss pro wrestling topics from the promotions of WWE, AEW, and the like. My name is Marlon. I'm joined here by Wade. Pierre could not make it with us today. However, we will be discussing the 3 count for the week. But before we go on and do that, if you're into wrestling content, go ahead and drop a sunset power bomb on the like button. Um,
That's if you did that, it would be.
Go ahead and drop a Phoenix Splash because I feel like no one else really lands that thing in the WWE or in wrestling anyway. So go ahead and drop that on the like and subscribe button. Let's get into our topic. So one of the questions that we have for you tonight is what did we get out of Backlash? Like, what was the point of the show? I don't mean that in a cynical way. I just really want to know what the point of the show was. Like, what did it progress? What did we as fans get and enjoy? And there are objective answers to these questions. But another question that we have the TV shows of WWE, like Raw, SmackDown, NXT, have they gotten better since WrestleMania? Which we would hope the answer would be yes, right? But let's get into it. The first question: what did we get out of Backlash? Wade, in your opinion, what were the redemptive qualities or striking things from Backlash that we as fans and the world of wrestling got?
Uh, I, I mean, really, the main event I didn't get it very much out of, to be honest. Like it was better than I expected because both of them wrestle very slow. But I would say the opener, I actually got like enjoyment out of that match and the Jeff Cobb like kind of
Yeah.
reveal because the whole time I've thought that Jeff Cobb was going to go with Seth Rollins and
Hmm.
um, Braun Breaker.
That would have
So
been
yeah,
cool.
I was actually surprised um, that he went with Solo and them. But I guess their whole crew is like out, right? Because Tama Tonga's hurt now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hmm. Hmm.
I don't even know what he got hurt from. I haven't seen him wrestle a match. It must be my house show or something. Because yes, has he wrestled?
He was in a tag match after Mania. I'm pretty sure. No,
Okay.
'cause he wasn't even. Was he even at?
No, he didn't do anything at Mania. I don't think he was at Mania. I don't remember seeing him at all.
That's a good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we got
Maybe
injured.
he was there. Yeah, I have no idea. But like it usually I remember him because he's just weird. But
Hmm.
yeah, I was pretty surprised with that and Jacob Fatu kind of being uneasy with Solo bringing in someone else, like another
Hmm.
heater. And yeah, Jeff Cobb's sick. So if you haven't seen him in New Japan, uh, he's pretty awesome, and he had some matches in AEW as well. So I'm excited with that. But other than that, I don't know I watched tried to watch the whole pay per view like multiple times, and I kept falling asleep during it. Like it wasn't incredibly exciting to me. I had to like restart over. I don't. People are obsessed with Dom right now. Like I like Dom, but I don't know. I've seen people talking about his quote, like about not doing big moves and like saving him for big times, and then somehow Will Ospreay gets brought into the conversation, and they're acting like Dom's the people on the internet. If you think Dominic Mysterio is better than Will Ospreay, you're like
No.
literally like stupid. So it's not like his selling is so amazing that like he tells a better story. Like I could point to you like 10 Will Ospreay matches where he tells a story better than any Dominic Mysterio one. So I don't know. That's really yeah. But yeah, I just say the first match really I got a lot out of. So I
Hmm.
don't know. Did you like any of the other ones? Becky Lyra was
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like the internet likes the Becky Lyra match more than me, and they're really putting it over as far as it being a sensational match. I just thought to myself that was a good match, or at least it wasn't bad or terrible. That was probably one of the redemptive qualities of this PLE. It was Lyra, I mean, getting put over all the more so to
Yeah,
Becky.
she's 2-0
Um,
against Becky.
2-0 against Becky. Becky, yeah, allowed, again, put her over, took the pin, all that. Didn't want to take or didn't take the belt from her. So I think that was another redemptive quality. Jeff Cobb, not too familiar with, but I know he's half Filipino.
Yeah,
Just in time for AAPI month, baby.
yeah, he's half
Uh,
Filipino, but now he's Samoan. So
now he's Samoa. Yeah.
at least he didn't make him Mexican like the guy in
In
freaking
Lucha Underground.
no freaking was he in Lucha Underground? But no, the dude in LWO is Filipino.
Oh yeah. Joaquin
Yeah,
Wild.
Joaquin
I'm
Wild.
surprised that dude isn't exposed more often. I know Dom called him out one time on TV, but yeah, we'll see what they do with Jeff Cobb. I mean, based on what I've seen, does he have tribals? I didn't remember seeing any tribals
I
on him.
don't think he does.
I think he does, yeah. So maybe he'll have one by the next appearance. Uh, so that was cool. Jeff Cobb, Becky putting Lyra over. Everything else was honestly forgettable. Uh,
Gunther and Pat McAfee was like more entertaining than I expected to be honest,
mm, hmm hmm
but I also enjoyed seeing Pat McAfee get his ass beat. So that's part of the like enjoyment I got out of that.
So I'll touch on John and Randy real quick. I'm glad that they played the hits. They gave it was fan service,
Yeah.
repeat finishers. Um, and then I believe now moving forward that John Cena is going to finish all of his matches with a low blow and a belt shot and a title shot. I feel like that's just going to be his dirty way of finishing things
His
out.
two
So,
moves of doom now. What is
yeah.
he got the five moves of doom, whatever that was called.
Yeah,
Yes.
five moves of doom. Now it's two moves of doom because he's peppering in all of his signature moves like early on in the match, right? And no one's really going down or taking the pin from those moves. So far it's 2-0 with the low blow and the belt shot
Did you like his character work better in this match?
versus Cody's
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, I thought this was much better.
100%.
Like
Yeah.
I felt like he played the role significantly
Yeah.
better, which made me like the match more than I thought. Like I wouldn't I don't ever want to watch this match again.
Yeah.
But like I thought I was like, oh, like I mean, I thought it was fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Someone was talking about like the whole they were just doing like chin locks and grabbing holds
yeah,
for
that for the beginning, I fell asleep during a few times. Like I had to restart the match because I kept
yeah.
falling asleep, and that part was rough. But then that was like the first 5 minutes. Then they started. But yeah, the beginning, I'm like, this is my nightmare. It's what this match was gonna be.
Seriously. And then like a couple of holds, there was like a lot of space in between the holds. It's like you could fit
Yeah,
a
I
human
just
head.
accept that with John Cena. Like that, it's
Yeah.
gonna be the loosest submission ever known to man.
So the reason why I asked the question of like what did we get out of Backlash was prompted by like Gunther versus Pat McAfee. Like I'm trying to understand one, what the hell they're doing with Gunther. Two, why Pat McAfee to get a match? Was it because Pat was like went to creative and was like, dude, I need to shake the ring rust? I don't know. I
I
just
think they
help
have
me.
pretty good chemistry. Like to be honest, that's like the only story I actually liked going into all of this.
Mm,
Because Pat actually gave I don't and you know I'm like the biggest Pat McAfee hater for
hmm
WWE. Like I do not like him generally. Like I like him in football stuff, but for some reason in wrestling he just annoys me. But
hmm
I thought the promos were really good that he had. Uh, I don't know. Like I was almost like rooting for him in points, and I'm like Gunther's like one of my favorites. Not during the match, but like leading up to it, I was like I got pretty fired up a few times. So I thought the story they told was like unique, kinda. You have the ref like Gunther's kind of struggling with losing again at WrestleMania, and then he has to hear the commentators bringing up all the stuff that he's thinking in his head that he doesn't want to hear. And I like I don't know. I thought that was a pretty cool. Like it's a little detour for him. Because what else are you gonna have him do? Just the same, like, okay, now I'm stronger again, and then just beat up Jey Uso, like after he just lost to him. I don't know. I think it's a good deep little detour for
Okay.
him to have because I don't know what else you do with him unless you do the thing where he like loses confidence, like they started to do, and then just he beat Finn Balor or whatever, and then all of a sudden was confident again. Or was
Yeah.
it Priest? I think it was Priest, but yeah, he like beat Priest and was like, nope, that was just a 1 week issue.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I actually like that story. I thought I would hate it. So
Right.
did you not get like enjoy the story at all? I'm assuming no, since you asked like the question.
The first night I did the attack on Cole, and then Pat B, defending Cole. I was totally bought into that. I didn't think it would lead to a match with Pat McAfee though.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
I
Backlash.
thought
It's
some,
not like it's WrestleMania.
yeah, that's true. I
They
thought someone
raised
else
it.
would intervene. I thought someone else would intervene, maybe Wade Barrett. Um,
Nah, because then you actually have to kind of give a match where you could just fatality kind of Pat McAfee just got basically his ass beat for what 10 minutes and
yeah,
would like be athletic for like 15 seconds at a time, slightly athletic. I mean, he's even him tripping and falling and stuff. I thought I liked because he's not a real wrestler. Like this is what it's gonna look like if one of us
right.
talks like Gunther, and then we're like, oh shoot, you got to back it up, and then okay, maybe because he's taking you lightly, you'll get a few kicks in or something, but then you're basically gonna die. And even
Yeah,
your friend can help holding his feet and stuff. You're still not gonna pin him. Like it's like
yeah.
you
I
don't really.
appreciated that. I appreciated the slip ups of Pat McAfee during the match. I think that made it a lot more, as you said, relatable, right? So it was good. So I mean, that's really what it was. I was like, man, what was the point of this PLE? Like, what did we really get out of it? So to me, it's like Jeff Cobb, Lyra going over, a nice side quest for Gunther. Now that you've explained it that way, and Cena Orton playing the hits. Um, Not sure about what Dom and Penta gave us. Um, Other than that, Dom is the greatest luchador, you know, ever, and the greatest Mysterio ever. But
Yeah, that was kind of weird having. I guess that yeah. I mean, we've had issues with Judgment Day for like 3 years now.
yeah,
So it's like, I mean, can you just split off Finn? I'm like,
right,
cool. Like, I don't need this to extend another 6 months.
right, right. And I think it may because Liv's gone for Lord knows how long, and Finn's plotting something with Roxanne. So I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know. Were those pretty much your takeaways for the show?
Yeah, and then yeah,
And
Raw.
like you said, not everything could be at WrestleMania like full throttled like that, right? There's got to be some,
No,
and that's what this is.
I can't really remember Backlash last year, but I remember the year before it was like awesome because you had the
Yeah,
Bad Bunny stuff, and but I don't even remember last year, and I
last year was
don't remember this year.
Cody and AJ,
That was a sick match. Okay.
and Jey Uso like with all the lights was like that was like one of the first times that the crowd was like
Yeah,
that
that did
good.
not register with me. I've
Yeah.
not. I would have never like. And then
Outside
you
of
would
that,
have
I
had
don't
the Uncle
remember.
Howdy stuff. Yeah, all that. Yeah, because it was Paris. Okay.
Mm,
Or Lyon, France.
yeah, I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I can't really remember much. But I do remember that AJ Cody match was sick.
Yeah. All right, that is our wrap up on Backlash. What did you guys think about Backlash? What was your redemptive findings of it? What stuck out to you most? And was there anything worth mentioning or worth watching, now because of Backlash? So
Is
let's
it
get into our second question of the day for our three count. And that is, have the TV shows of wrestling gotten better since WrestleMania? And if you want to just give us a reason why you're asking this, I want to know what's going on in your head.
Yeah, I feel like one has and the other I feel like Raw has and then SmackDown I feel like got worse. And I like love wrestling. I like feel like SmackDown is a complete waste of time. The only storyline I like is the like stuff with Mello and freaking Miz. Other
Yeah.
than that, I don't care about like anything on SmackDown. right
Yeah.
now. I think some of it is because the Randy Orton John Cena like lead up I think was terrible.
Hmm.
That was just I did not I hated it. Like
Hmm.
it's two legends, like it should be. I don't know, did you enjoy that at all? Like
I feel
Cena
like it was rushed, and giving it 3 weeks or less was an injustice to what it really could have been. Not again, not that a thing that I want because I'm
yeah,
not a huge fan of Randy Orton. And again, I wasn't watching wrestling really much during that time. But if this could have been, if they hyped it up and let it slow cook, it could have been a Mania or a SummerSlam type of situation.
I don't know.
But
I don't
for nostalgia and Titan reasons, not that I
you
want it,
know how
but
many I think they've wrestled on TV over 30 times.
right. But the fact that they could play up to one last time, I don't think three
I don't
weeks
give a
did
shit,
the legend
bro. We've
justice.
seen it enough. Like I just I don't know.
I don't know. Randy's super over right now. Like
Yeah,
again, he's not your cup of tea,
if
he's
it's
not
in his
mine.
hometown, it's like fine. I don't mind. I would have rather seen Randy versus like Cody
Hmm.
because I feel like better because we haven't like seen that, or at
Hmm.
least it's been. I mean, we haven't seen Cody. It's just, dude. If I think of the time period of when I did not like WWE, I think of these two guys wrestling each other all the damn time and their matches sucking. So that like that's like I would be like these guys wrestling again, and I would be like, all right, I'm not gonna watch. So
But there's been a gap. There's been a time gap in between. Like there's
sure,
been so they're playing on total nostalgia, not on athleticism and skill
yeah,
sets, you know.
it's yeah, sure. I just don't like. I don't like Randy as much as everyone else
I
does.
don't either.
Yeah,
I don't pop for him.
so yeah. There's like if I could see freaking Undertaker and Shawn Michaels wrestle one more time, I'd be like, no, please don't. They're old and it wouldn't be as good and it'd, like disappoint me to be honest. Like, but
I don't
uh,
even they wouldn't do it either, so
no,
they
well,
don't want to see it.
it depends on Saudi Arabia maybe, but no, I think Raw's gotten way better though. Like I actually like enjoy watching Raw,
Hmm.
and I like that they're being flexible with the timing. Like
Hmm.
this week without the commercials, it was a little less than 2 hours. There was another week, it was like almost three. You know,
Hmm.
I feel like they're not putting a bunch of crap that you don't need.
Filler
Yeah, filler. Where
recap.
like SmackDown, they're stuck. And
Yeah.
it's like because they have the 3 hour thing, it's like, dude, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And the roster isn't as big for SmackDown either, so it's kind of uh it just doesn't make any sense. And I actively hate watching SmackDown right now.
Yeah, I tune out for sure, and I don't tune all the way in if anything. Here's the thing, like I saw somebody post about SmackDown, like there's no central story on SmackDown.
Well, you got
Like,
Paul Heyman out of SmackDown now.
right.
And you
There's
have
no
John
like
Cena, and there's no stories with John Cena.
exactly. So John Cena is the undisputed champion, but he's not doing backstage interviews. He's not doing the same type of press stuff. Like there's no presence of him. Granted, his part of his shtick is like you only get me the certain amount of time, so he's not going to be there more than he should be. But with Cena, he should technically be the focal point of SmackDown, and people should be gunning for him. But
What
it's not the case.
what is his thing? I don't understand. Like he just wants to take. I don't understand his thought process that much. Like he's like, oh, the fans hurt my feelings and stuff. I don't. I don't understand him at all in this character. Uh, like they took out the Rock, which I feel like they let all this into. And I'm
Right.
gonna like I'm over that the Rock's not involved, but if you lead this whole heel turn as the Rock's like the catalyst to it, and then he's never involved after
Makes no
that,
sense.
like what the frick is going on? Like what has he been promised? You
Right.
assume Cody was promised something, and then John Cena was already given this. Maybe I don't
Right.
what like
There has
what is
Cena even he hasn't even talked about his affiliation with The Rock or his relationship and why he did it in the first place. There's like I haven't seen the motive.
did
Have
he get
you?
a seat on the board? Like, give me something fake.
Yeah.
Like he could technically. they could just fake announce it. Oh, John Cena has a seat on the board. Okay, whatever. Like, dude's
Right.
rich, like, and super famous. Like, whatever. Like, something.
Yeah. What did
Uh,
The Rock promise him that he didn't promise Cody? Right. So it's like we still don't know that.
or like, why the heck was Travis Scott involved? Like, what? Like, why is Travis Scott not still involved?
Yeah.
Does he have any cronies to help him? It's just going to be
It's
him as a
lost.
heel by himself. It makes no sense because a heel needs people to have, unless you're
Right.
Gunther, like you could just be a jerk and beat up people all on your own.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I agree with you. SmackDown has nobody, like even the women's division, big names in there, but currently Bianca's out, right? She's taking time off or whatever.
Yeah,
But like the women's division has Tiffany, Jade, Naomi, Nia,
Alexa
Alexa,
Bliss now.
yeah, Chelsea Green, and the Secret Hervis, which I love, by the way.
Yeah, there. That's like the best thing on there.
That's
And
another good one as far as the women's
well,
thing goes, right? I don't believe in Selena Vega. Um,
you give one of your probably most over person on that brand. She's the most over person by far. I think. Like, because Cena's split. Maybe Randy's more, but it's like nostalgia. It's not like people actually want to see him win the belt. But like you take her belt away for the least over person. You could have picked any other woman on that roster. Like Alba Fire would get the exact same reaction, maybe better, to be honest, because she
yeah,
wrestles better matches.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think SmackDown's a mess right now. Um, like I love Carmelo. Love seeing Carmelo on screen. Love seeing Jimmy on screen,
Stupid
even if it's
bling, the
backstage
stupid
stuff.
bling that he has, it's so ugly. Andre the Giant, like
Oh,
that's
the
like one of my
Drake.
favorite stories. Is him and Miz. I love that.
I love that too.
Yeah.
Um, other than that, man, it's just so not. It's not connecting and it's not cohesive. Um,
Raw, they have multiple main storylines. You have the whole Judgment Day stuff that's like a constant thing going on. You got the Seth Rollins stuff. Like I
hmm
feel like everyone's intrigued in whatever's going on with CM Punk at all
right.
times. And then you have Jey Uso's kind of like a presence where it's like you got Cena, but no one likes that story.
hmm
Then Chelsea's the only other person that's like super kind of over and has like a thing. I
hmm
can't. I feel like no one else has.
No.
And we like Miz and Mel. I think most people do like both of them.
Yeah.
Like I think they're getting kind of over, but it's just like oh,
That was
there's
one.
nothing
Yeah.
that draws me in. So
Right. Raw's also got El Grande Americano and Penta, right?
yeah, and
And
then you
then
have the I know you hate Rhea's stuff, but like EO and you have the invasion with the NXT girls. That's
right.
like kind of
Oh,
like I
your
actually
episode last week
yeah
talking about the women's division. That's all I was thinking about. It was like the fact
yeah
that
that
these two women on a main event, and no, it just happened this past week, but like they put Julia and Roxanne in a main event against Rhea and Io.
yeah
That's what a remark that is. That's so good for these girls.
yeah
Super
yeah like
cool.
that's cool. Like I like an invasion thing. They haven't actually had that with the NXT people in a long time. I don't think where
Yeah.
it's like badasses that actually come in and start wrecking stuff. I
Yeah.
can't think of it.
Are they going to do that all women's PLE?
That I heard they're doing that.
Hmm.
I don't know when that's gonna happen. Probably after Crown Jewel, they'll have no women's matches.
Compensating.
Yeah, where they can't have any clothes that are revealing at all. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, Crown Jewel's going to be in Australia this year.
What
Isn't
is
that
it?
why? I think that's why Rhea and Grayson are over in Perth.
Oh shoot! I just assumed it was gonna be in Saudi Arabia because that's where it always is. Okay,
I
that's
know, it's kind of weird. They're doing a lot of publicity over there, like radio shows and filming a bunch of
oh,
stuff.
so that's why Rhea has the match is gonna have a match against Io there.
Oh, probably. Hmm.
Well, I think
Hmm.
that answered your question in our text.
There you go. Why is Rhea still in the title picture?
Yeah,
But still, I don't want her to be.
Rhea also though, dude. It's like Charlotte Flair, but actually like fun to watch on screen.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, Charlotte Flair on SmackDown, like
I'm gonna leave if you guys boo me.
a non-factor, like just a non-factor, non-influential. It's I
Her
don't
new
know.
look, actually, I'm not a huge Charlotte fan, but she looks pretty good right now.
Yeah.
But
So the question still remains: have the shows gotten better since Mania? And my
yes
answer
and
is
no.
yes with Raw, and no,
Absolutely not. SmackDown.
absolutely
It
not
got
with
worse.
SmackDown. They got some problems over there. NXT, I can't say too much, but I've just been dipping in and out, but it seems to be holding its same old NXT standard.
Yeah.
Miles Bourne getting a title shot is pretty cool though.
And he's definitely dating Stephanie Vaquer, so
Oh, I heard about that.
yeah.
Damn.
Winning in all ways of life. I guess except never mind. But good for him. I actually like Miles Bourne a lot.
Me
So
too. Me
yeah,
too.
I was shocked he got the title shot. So he's really good. So
Yeah, he's pretty
he's
cool.
a good
And
amateur wrestler too.
his like his body language or his movement is so Randy. It's like it's crazy of how
Yeah.
close it is to what Randy does. Um,
Yeah, I
Wild.
find him a lot more exciting than Rand. It's like Randy, but
Yeah.
20s. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, rooting for I don't know, the Mr. Pibb versus Dr. Pepper. I don't know. Like I feel like it's a knockoff, but for some reason it's still entertaining and worth it.
Yeah.
So, um, all right. Anything else on that? What are your thoughts on the
Nah,
improvement?
I'm good on both of those.
Okay, sweet. All right, that is our show. It is a short one, but thank you so much for tuning in. If you're still here with us, share what you like. Share if you like something that you heard or if you hated something. Like and subscribe, and keep following us on Tables, Ladders, and Bumps. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.